Not wet like yesterday was. It's not raining this morning, but we're feeling the after effect. Creative Nigeria here on mainland 98.3 FM, hosted together with Frank Meke. Good morning, Frank.
No resources and its values to our people. That's critical. And of course on Saturday.
World Tourism Day.
World Tourism Day. So, and all these things, of course, we're expecting a lot of people to come around. And this is the season for us.
It's the season.
So get yourself prepared soup,
The past 2 weeks, we've been talking this.
You go to bed. All you need is just find good preparation. Well, you see, people need to become because
truly.
So what you have already, please just hold on to yourself.
Okay, so very quickly, there's a friend of a house that also known as the boatman. We want to say, and always, we hope to hear from you soon as Creative Nigeria. So it's a show that there's so much coming today. We'll also be celebrating World 27th of September will be World Tourism Day. Tourism could create sustainability today. And we'll be bringing you the president of the Nigeria Association of Tour Operators, NATOP, Mrs. Bolaji Mustafa, Mrs. Toyin Taiwo, founder, Feminine Health and Five Tourism on Villa Square. And we're so glad have her back here soon, after her showing on the show today. On a book, Insider, would be unveiled soon, and it promises to shake the literary community. Mike Akpan is returning with copyright laws, and you should world of insurance offerings curated by the best insurance firm, Anchor Insurance. Our new segment, just to be patient with issues and matters of this strange world. The song is I'm You Specially to Creative Niger. It is Nigeria's first and best.
Welcome to Nigeria's creative powerhouse, the National Council for Arts and Culture, NCAC. Here, we discover, nurture, and promote the creative economy through our diverse cultures. This is Nigeria's biggest cultural festival, the National Festival of Arts and Culture, NAFEST. Our unique 600+ to our doorsteps and holds annually in Abuja. Reach us through our social media handles on Instagram and X at NCAC. Proudly Nigeria.
In case you want to see what's going on in the studio, even TikTok at Creative Niger 9JA TV. So that's Creative Niger TV handles of the station itself. That's mainland 98.3 FM. And you will see all the goings by Bosede Kushemani.
It's a Green Nigerian segment on Creative Nigeria Mainland FM. I am your uncle, Bosede Kushemani. Today, we will be looking at another interesting topic. But you see, flies play a vital role in our ecosystem, often going thousand. As such, the importance of flies in the cocoa plant, the one used in chocolate. I'm sure a lot of you were thinking it was over 100 cultivated crops, such as apple. They break down organic matter, recycle nutrients, and clean up our waste. They are also a source of food for many animals, such as birds, fish, recycling, and ecosystem balance. They break down organic waste. That's their role as waste managers. Pests in the human environment, but their role in the natural ecosystem is important. As such, our employers' contributions they make to the health and the functioning of our ecosystems. It is important we note that the roles of flies in pollination, decomposition, and the food chain underscore their significance. As such, as I said before, it is important that we always look beyond certain insects as being pests. Mosquitoes, pests. They are waste managers, they are decomposers, and they provide a balance within our ecosystem. They also serve as food for other energy at the studio.
It's interesting to, I
appreciate the role they play. All we hear about the flies, like every other thing, we don't really pay attention to it. So I think that's the lesson here. And honestly, and that's why I go for experts to come on.
Amazing. It was also good to hear about mosquitoes the last time out. You know, we got to hear that they consume the algae.
Just man that, like I said earlier, the man has turned it upside down to say the values of some of this. Let's stop talking about the negative side of life. Go positive. Working for your own good in this trials. And Nigeria should recognize such people. The one that can scare you so that can make money out of it. But here lies the truth. So you can appreciate.
Because joining us via the phone lines this morning is the Feminine Health and Fibroid Network.
Go Libreville, Douala, Cotonou, Brazzaville, Sabon. Go make you smile. I swear. Come today. AfriJet Fly Gabon go carry you from Port Harcourt to Central Africa in no time. AfriJet Fly Gabon. Now AfriJet Fly Gabon. 092. To book your flight, make we work out together always.
Listening right now to Mainland 98.3 FM. You want to hear everything that we have on offer for you here on Creative Nigeria. Yes, here we go. Joining me via the phone lines this morning, advocate for women's health and a change maker, inspired, educates communities and creates safe, support women suffers in silence. And every voice for joining us this morning on Creative Nigeria. To unpack from just that brief, what sparked your interest in women's health in the first instance?
So I guess I have a bit, for me, honestly, some of the things that I pick up a bit more, we need to, and we don't have enough of. And so some of those things that I pick up a bit more and where we deserve to be fibroid, PCOS, endometriosis. We need
you yourself, you are not a health professional. Advocacy, how on earth do you get funding for such a laudable cause?
Passionate advocates, people who also believe in the vision, who see the vision, who see the work that we do on the last charitable organization. So in Nigeria, I mean, in most recent times, we've had organizations now we work with, and also we like to collaborate with Pʀᴇsɪᴅ and so I mean it's really doing, and we want to help women honestly because you have to have.
This is something I must confess in Nigeria, coming up later in the year in the form of intervention. A bit more about that so our audience can hear.
They're in Lekki and providing reclaim their lives honestly. People bridge the gap really honestly and create education, providing, bringing health due diligence, find the information. You should be informed, be educated.
Yes, indeed, I agree with you. So for listeners who can hear you right now, they fall into the category of people relevant phone numbers.
So we have an email that's the 814-042-3334. You can send us a WhatsApp. And also, the more we can tell, if you wanted to reach out to us, it's 34814-042-3334. And our www.femininehealth.
Coming on the show this morning, and additional tourism, because our people as Nigerians, we are, have people come and invest in the country in the area of health.
When we see people, I think she comes from the diaspora.
Yeah.
Only say kudos, and we keep this is sustainable.
Thank you.
And any time, so where we can really.
Oh,
definitely. I'm not a woman, but but I'd say look forward to seeing you again. And well done,
Mrs. Taiwo, the founder of the Feminine Helms, and send platforms so that you can follow up with that. The side, it's still Creative Nigeria. Akpan, he has something to say, and I think you want to listen.
On intellectual property and copyright for creatives. Today we will go into a very important subject of creative pieces which sometimes are not properly handled and therefore do not bring the right kind of returns in order to incentivize the creative enterprise by those involved in creativity that results in intellectual property rights. That intellectual property rights have no value except when they are exploited and used in the right context. As an example, A successful copyrighted software application starts when a creative idea is captured in some digital format. At that point, value is negligible and perhaps not even immediately being successful in the marketplace. This has to do with the monetization strategy. What do we mean by monetization of creativity? The basic dictionary explanation of the term monetization is to convert something into or express it in the form of currency and usage. Monetization has been more rapidly used in context of online-based on the web. For example, a website blog, its exploitation or commercialization. There are essentially two basic levels at which a creator uses the IP created in his or business in order to provide that may help in accomplishing some complex task, economic reward through premium pricing, and also maybe patient system is where the IP owner can decide to put out his IP for external use through with others to obtain useful products, or exploitation is the most. Imagine that a guy goes off to capture, then a keen and interested arts enthusiast passes by, the artist goes with his money. Or let us also consider that you perhaps have published some holiday pictures on your website blog. Picture will be used in an ad and agree to give the pictures without, because photographs are part of what are protected as IP rights, to grant permission for the picture to be used on a one-time using in billboard or used as illustration in a book.
In the creative space that will not need to be copyrighted. Just the very best. So thank you so much for staying with us on the show this morning, joining us. He just wants to say a big hello to our listeners this morning. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
But you have something coming up.
On the 25th of November, 2025. It is happening at Necker House.
Great. I think we did make a mention of that. So you will have more time to be able to, share more about that. As the month goes along, we still have the month for staying with us, staying tuned to Creative Night. Us this morning is Dr. Lizzie Ben Iheanacho.
Warmly to culturality, and it has to do with the robust engagement. Every corner you turn to, there is one art-related event happening. There is able for this boost, this boom in activities administration. And what is the impact? What should be the guideline? What should be the conventions that anybody who wants to go into, be it literary administration, prize administration, or even events administration of must have is a sense of tomorrow. What are you working towards? What is the purpose? What is the drive? Is it to not have professional competence for, nor the deep pocket for these events to manage and to deliver seamlessly? So your passion is recognized, and we are participants who are your resource persons for whatever the community, and you're still going to return to this community after your event is over and done with. What kind of brand, what kind of serve your resource persons? How do you treat them? Are they just your paddy that you needed to pull in to have service that is worth banking on to associate with? Because you need them, you need their expertise, you need all the experience that they have acquired to rub off your event. Therefore, you must treat them with every respect. Treat them right. Please do not give them handouts. So be professional in dealing with this. If you want to build a brand that people want to associate with after your event, that people want to come back in all the activities that we involve in as human beings. And remember that the buzzword these days in the culture and the creative economy is monetization. Everybody wants their services to be monetized. Everybody wants to feed off their efforts and their sweat. Therefore, do not circumvent what is due to each player, because in the driver's seat today, remember, you could be the passenger tomorrow. So treat your resource persons well, treat every player well, treat everybody that walks through your event, from the big man to the cleaner. Treat them with the respect and the professionalism that they deserve, and you would have made your mark for life. Thank you for listening to me, and I do wish you a robust life in the creative economy sector. Bye for now.
Nigerian creative culture sector.
Very best. You make our world go round. This is why we'll Anchor Insurance, we will always turn up for our clients when it really matters. We put in 100% because they mean the world to us. If you desire insurance services,
you are the best. You are the very, very best. Oh, yeah. You make our world go round. And this is where we'll always be our anchor.
Anchor Insurance, where insurance truly works.
Welcome back, and here is our column supported by Simtop Ventures, luxury boat hire and water transport tomorrow as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 44th Olubadan of Ibadan, everywhere available, every in the coronation ceremony. Some roads have been canned as ancestral homes and associates who come for the coronation of the Olubadan worried about their luggage and seamless check-in process. Pen delays on arrival and departure windows as the level of damage done by these due to their entrenched sustainable transformation will be celebrated in Lagos on Saturday at the 27th. Every year is globally devoted to celebrating what has become a business with the highest employment of Yoruba, because I'm a product of Ibadan, incoming Oba, because he did have a house in New Bodija Estate where I lived and grew up.
For this kind of things, I always look at the business side of it. When we do things like it, I would have been sitting here now, I would have been on his way, or rather in Ibadan.
As ancient and as significant as the Olubadan of Ibadan.
Okay, I can't stand up to greet anemia. So when there are any coronation, just go to the palace and say, look, we can do this together with your people. Come and watch how it's done.
And then when you are done,
after even at that place, everybody retires to various families, and the celebration continues. So it's a festival. There should be a tourism content to it. Really, bring in the traditional rulers into Nigerians. A lot of people have culture.
Yes.
Are sustainable.
You're right, sir. In this, and it's a big deal for us. And the organizers of this coronation must bring people from myself. It's been a while that I've seen like a king from
well, Ibadan is the next place to be. This weekend, access Ibadan through Abeokuta. The son of the soil.
Son of the soil. Unfortunately, actually, it's strategic. It's one of the best. So they don't come with their team. Making something
out of nothing. This one in particular interests me because this is an ex-senator. Oh well, there's just so much about this particular one. To celebrate. So the truth of the matter is that technology has come to stay, and whether we like it or not, the airports, all of these very, very sensitive essential around all of their, equipment around be something that we will actually prove to be catastrophic.
Strategic. Because the last one in a world where we attacks, so it is about, like you said, it's funny and it can cause a lot of chaos across the airports.
And who cares to know that indeed we're having, of NATOP, I beg your pardon, but she has obliged us to join us. We appreciate the fact that you're on your way, yet you can still be here with us in the studio.
In the studio inside the traffic.
That means diving immediately to just ask, what does NATOP wish to do?
As we normally do, tell you some of the hidden gems, you understand, through tourism, and also promote Tᴏᴜʀ exhibitions. There are other cabins that have all, of course, the God State is keen into what we're doing because they've also tourist side. So that's why we're going to move into any beaches, as what tourism do.
But Nigeria has over 850,000. NATOP can change the narratives of these waterfront seemingly.
A lot of so
I'm actually
we are keen into that direction. Around. That's what we have been doing at NATOP. So we're all doing it jointly.
We wish you could be here. Big thank you. We want to wish you lead to Tᴏᴜ on Saturday. What time actually is it starting, by the way?
8 o'clock. 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 Yes, in the morning.
10 o'clock
I
in the
was going
morning.
to be having the same.
Well, okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And on that note, this particular track this morning, I know that joined us both in the studio and Vala. Thank you to every one of you who listened via your radios. If you listened on Radio Go at Creative Niger FM, but we will be back here same time next week.